Hey guys, what's up? Some short guy here. So I'm back with a unboxing video today. It's been a very long time since I've done one. Probably been about, I don't know, 2 years since I've done unboxing. So if you guys have been following me on Instagram, you've been seeing me playing the Spiderman game for PS4, which was amazing. I actually did pre-order the collector's edition, got screwed over by a game's website, so I actually didn't get it. I've been trying to get it for a while, and I finally managed to get it. So good. This has come about the game. The guy that was selling it, I said I already got the game, so he knocked off money and I just got all the rest of the stuff in it. I'm not actually opened it yet, so I thought I'll share it with you guys, because I've been, you know, as I'm a massive Spidey fan, so I thought I'll just do an unboxing for it. So this is the back of the box. Pretty sick box actually. So without further ado, let's crack this open and see what Spidey goodies I've got. Okay. Gotta be very careful with this. Woohoo! So that's the inside of the box. Spider-Man. Sick. Right, now, oh, looks like this box has been ripped already. Alright, let's try and get this out. Come on. Out. Well, at least you know something's never changed. I still can't get stuff out of a freaking box. This is gonna come out. Yay! Right, so that's the box. Okay, it's pretty dope. This is the top of the box, and then we've got that sick artwork of Spidey in the advanced suit from the game. And on the back's got the white emblem. Let's open this and see what we got in here. Worry about this. And for that, Spidey goodies! So first up we got, one of the reasons I wanted it, Spider-Man's my favourite Marvel character. Always has been, always will be. Playing this game has made me rediscover love for the character again. You actually forget how good a universe Spider-Man on his own has. Like all his characters, like his villains, just obviously New York in general. So first up is the cool collector's edition art book. One of the reasons I wanted it, not is Spider-Man my favourite, but I'm a sucker for art books. I've got like a shit ton of art books on that bookshelf, so this is part of the reason I didn't want it, because when it sold out I was like, and then I was looking on eBay and there was people that were selling it for like 4 times the value, and I thought, I hate people that do that. So I'm actually lucky I actually got this edition. So we've got the contents. Also, spoiler alert, I will be talking about the game after the unboxing, so if you've not played the story, just, you know, stop watching. I'll warn you again when I'm going to talk about it. Okay, so we've got the first page. Greater power but an even greater responsibility. So this is just about the creative director of Insomniac Games. Just a little blurb about him. Because, you know, this game is like the fastest selling PS4 game ever. When we had the reveal at E3, people went batshit crazy for it. The game did not disappoint at all. So we got part 1, City of Hope. This is like the first part, because it's done in the 3 story acts in the book, which is cool. Oh man, the concepts for this are dope. Because I wasn't actually a fan of the suit when I first saw it, but when you actually play the game, the white just works so well. I think it's one of my favourite Spider-Man suits it's ever been designed. Because I feel like in years to come, when this game's been said and done, people will always think back of this as, you know, the iconic suit for this game. And like there's more concepts there. Oh mate, this art book is actually brilliant. Because I love the concepts behind it as well. And I've been watching a lot of the interviews from like the voice actors and the actual creators of the game as well. This is Peter Parker's apartment. Don't know if you guys can see. Man, this is a sick book! Oh, okay, so we got Wilson Fisk here, Kingpin, and he's like pre-concept designs, but obviously the big versions is the final design, and then just some concepts of him. Because like in the game, he's the first one you fight. Fisk, that's like the first sort of main villain that you have to take down, which I think is cool, because, you know, whenever you think of Spider-Man, you think of Kingpin. Then we got some concept of Fisk's guard, which you actually do fight in the game. And then there's a cool picture of Spidey in action. Sick. Man, this is sick! Then it goes on to Octavius is next. Dude! This is a seriously good art book. I'm going to have to do some actual fan art for this. So this is Octavius up next. I won't show you all of it. I'll show you like the main part of the first book. And there's his future Doc Ock tentacles there. Mary Jane. Well, the Mary Jane concepts are quite different to what's in the actual game. Kind of cool. Yeah, so you got the pre-concept designs of that, and then the version there, that's her final in-game design. So you can see like it went through a few changes, and that's MJ's apartment with the little Spidey plushie, which is actually a collectible in the game. And you got Aunt May. Aunt May's designs are really different actually compared to what's in the game. So obviously they've gone for like the classic old school Aunt May. and that's her at Feast, which is like sort of like a shelter for homeless people in New York in the game that you have to go to now and again. Martin Lee, son of a bitch. Cool character. When you actually find out he's actually one of the main villains in the game, you're like, you son of a gun. What's cool as well is like some of the characters as well, when you look at the people playing it, they have actually captured some of their likeness in the characters, which is pretty sick. And then we've got the demons, which is like Lee's group of mercenaries, if you will. There's cool concepts in there. And we got Shocker. Oh man, some of these Shocker designs are really cool. He's got like some cyborg looking thing going on, but there's like some assassin designs. That's cool. So that's like the pre-Shocker designs. And then over here, this is final design. That was a pretty cool fight in the game actually, when you fight a Shocker, because you have to fight him twice. First time you got to chase him around New York, second time in the bank. It was a destructive fight, I'll tell you that much. And we got like signs and icons around the city, which is pretty sweet. And we got the second part, City of Fear. Okay, that's awesome. So that's part 2. Basically at the end of the first act, New York has just gone to shit. There was like a terrorist attack and it's like decimated, so I'll try not to talk too much about story. Just say Silver Sable's in it. Her design is really cool. She's a cool character actually in the game, even though half the time I like and half the time I'm like, bitch, step off me. And that's a cool concept of her and Spider-Man facing off. She's one of those characters that half the time she's against you, and then as time progresses she sort of realises that, oh actually Spider-Man's trying to help. So Tombstone, Lonnie Lincoln. He's like a side quest you have to do in the game. But this Tombstone, he's like fucking hedge. But that was a cool little side mission. Ooh, that is a sweet bit of art there. The top bit there, got Spidey swinging in. On the top bit, it's dope. I like that. This is a really good art book. Here we go, Mr. Negative. His designs are quite different. He looks like Mr. Freeze in some of the early concepts. It's actually cool to see the full process they go through before they get to the final design. So that's like his pre-concept stuff. You can see he got a few headshots there. And then there's like some full body shots. And then that's the final design of him, which you see in the game. That's pretty interesting. I like that. Wrath Prism. That's cool. That's where like all the supervillains go. It's like a prison on the sea, like by the Brooklyn Bridge in New York. And it's just some of the thugs. So some of those brutes, man. Fucking Electro. What? Some of these designs are really weird. I'm glad they went for this design, because the designs with hair and Electro just doesn't look right with hair in these. They're cool though. It kind of looks like a Sith actually. So that's Electro's pre-concept stuff. And then that's just a cool bit of art of him fighting for Spidey. Sweet. And we got part 3, City of War. That's cool. I mean, at the end of the second part, I will say, if you're still here, I will be talking about story, so story! But at the end of the second part, basically the Sinister Six fucking come out, and there was this awesome cutscene where he's fighting off Electro, Vulture, Rhino, Scorpion, Ock, and who was the other one? There's another one. Electro, Scorpion, Vulture, Rhino, Doc Ock. That was another one. I can't remember. It all comes to me. Yeah, there's this awesome cutscene where they're fighting off, and it's like Spider-Man gets absolutely obliterated, and by the end of that fight, he's just like gone, like crushed ribs, you name it. By the way they done the whole scene, which is so good, I was like, I didn't know that was going to be in the game, because I knew the characters were in the game, but I didn't think you'd actually see him in action, so that was quite a cool little twist for everything. We got Dr. Octopus. His concepts are cool, man, because they try to keep the classic, like, actual threads, but they've just verified it a bit. So that's his pre-concept stuff, again, and that's the final version of him. It's cool, because the Octavius they're going for on this one, he sort of got, like, some disease, and he sort of died, so he uses the, tentacles to try and save himself. And then you find there's a history between him and Norman Osborn, which is really cool in the story. Won't say about that, because in this, like, Norman's the mayor. It's just a cool shot of him looking down. Sweet, I like that. Vulture, Adrian Toomes. His design is really cool, actually, looking at this now. Because the Vulture in, like, the cartoons and the comics had, like, the helmet bit. He's just got the mask in this. But it's just interesting to see where their thoughts were when they were designing him. Because obviously we know these characters, but in this game they've not totally redesigned, they've revamped them, given a bit of a modern flair to it, which is pretty sweet. Scorpion. That was probably one of my favourite fights in the game actually. Because he got like some mech thing going on. That's him and Rhino against him. Because that's actually a fight you got to do. But it was kind of like, it reminded me of Scarecrow in the Arkham games, because Spider-Man gets poisoned and then he's in some weird like dream world and it's like fucks with his head. But it was cool to play. Even I was a bit like tripping out. I was like, what's going on, Rhino? That's sick, man. As you can see, they started off with the classic Rhino look and then they slowly modified it so it's gone a bit more techie. I ain't gonna lie, when you fight Rhino, if you get hit by him, he hits hard. We've got Oscorp, which you actually do get to go to in the game quite a bit. This is pretty sweet. I like that. And that's the acknowledgements. There's just a bit at the back. I'd like to thank Insomniac Games development team and our team of remote artists scattered throughout the world. And that's just a list of all the artists. No, that's the list of the artists. Man, that's a sick little art book, that. That was cool, that. So yeah, it's not a big book, but that's a cool little item. What we got next? Spider-Man sticker of the emblem. See, I'd want to use that, but then at the same time, I wouldn't, because that's really cool. But maybe I'll put that on my new laptop when I get it. Ooh, steel case, which is broken. Oh, fucking lovely. Well, I didn't buy it second hand, so what do you expect? Got some dirty crack in it. Oh well. I did actually want it for the case anyway. I didn't know it came with this, but yeah, it's a steel case. Dirty dent in the back. Like I said, I did buy it second hand. And there's a cool little bit of art in it. Well, to be fair, I could actually repair that. That's not the end of the world. Just have to replace the insert. Cool. Right, now this next one is the reason I fucking wanted this box. There was a special model in this that was you could only buy in this edition. People are probably selling it as a loose item, but this is the reason I wanted this bad boy here.
Holy crap!
So this is the exclusive model. Let's get this out. I'm not actually lifting this properly. Come on! Right, dude, that's weighty. Okay. So yeah, this is the model that you get in the collector's edition, which is part of the reason I wanted it for this. I'll put it up close. So you got Spidey there in all his glory, with the suit, which is on point. The detail, holy crap, man, that is awesome. So he's got some cool pose. And if you notice here, that's Rhino's head. Then you've got this green towel, that's Scorpion. Then you've got, this is Doc's tentacles. On the back here, I think, I'm not sure if that's Electro's or if that's Vulture's actually. I think that's Electro's suit there. If you can see it. Ah, there we go, right. So that's Vulture's wings there on the bottom. If you can see. They've caught pretty much all the villains on this. This is crazy. Is that Taskmaster's sword as well, looks like. Cool. Man! That's a fucking awesome model! Yeah, that's a glimpse of it. I mean, that model alone, I think that model alone is probably worth at least 100 squid. But yeah, I think they've really captured all the villains well on that. So it's like Spidey's like defeating him. Let's put a closer look at him. Come on, camera. There you go, and I'll just do this slow. Oh mate, that's so good though. That's the reason I wanted it for that model. That's going somewhere, probably next to my TV for now. That alone was the reason I wanted it, just for this model. And the detail is ridiculous, man. That's so good. Like, you got Arc, Scorpion, Electro, Rhino, Vulture. Damn! Spidey on top. And that model has captured all the detail very well. Like, it's spot on. I'm impressed with that. Really am impressed with that. Yeah. And that's the collector's edition model. Damn, that was sick, man. Let's put this back in the box quickly. Yeah, there you have it. That is all the contents of the Spider-Man PS4 Collector's Edition. Man, that was totally worth the money, that one. I wish I'd have actually got my copy on release, but I think they oversold them. So I remember actually getting an email, must have been the week before release, saying that it was unavailable. I was like, oh, I don't buy collector's editions, but the one fucking time I buy one, that happened, so that's why I had to buy it online. The contents in that is awesome. So you get the art book, the sticker, the steel case. Obviously it will come with the game, but I already got the game because I bought the game separately. And then you get that awesome model in that cool little box, because it retailed about £130 when it came out, which for all that I think is pretty good, because there has been some collector's editions that have been less than that. You don't get half as much of that gear. So as a Spidey fan, I am fucking over the moon with that. That's an awesome open, that. I've actually clocked the game now. I've got the 100% platinum trophy. Oh, that's another one to add to my list, because I actually took my time playing the game. A lot of people actually clocked it within the first day. Took my time with the story, did all the side quests, just really enjoyed that game. I couldn't rate the game enough. For me, like, it's probably been my favourite game that's come out this year, and one of the favourite ones on PS4 for sure. Just because the game had everything as a Spidey fan. It had story element, then you had all your Easter eggs, the villains, like the ones you want. We've got some DLC coming out as well. There's 3 DLCs. The first one's got Black Cat in, which will be... I don't know what the other 2 are yet. First one comes out October, then November, last one's in December. So I will be playing them, getting more trophies. As a Spider-Man fan, like, it's everything I want in the game. Like, because you start off where, like, Parker's trying to get a job, like he's working with Octavius. So from the start of the game, I wouldn't say he's unexperienced, but he's been Spidey for a while, because in this game he's about 23. So it's not like the high school era. And you see him, you know, he knows how to be a superhero, but by the time you finish the story, he is like up there, like on par with Avengers sort of status. So it's interesting to see the journey from going from that to end up as the hero we all know and love him to be in the comics and stuff. It's a cool game because you really get immersed in it, because it's like a proper experience journey. You start from taking Mount Fisk, then going on to find out there's more stuff going on in the city, and then you got obviously Mr. Negative pops up, and then you have Sable come in, like Silver Sable and a Sable Mercenaries, which adds tension to the story. Miles Morales is in there as well, which is pretty interesting. I won't say what happens with him. At the end of the game there's a little credit scene, and I could potentially see something happening. If they do a second game, I could see him becoming a bit more of a main character, which would be interesting. The end of the game, I was not prepared for that. I nearly cried, like straight up. I was like, didn't expect this today. Because it's just got everything in the story. It's got the classic humour, got obviously the Spidey quips, action. Because the actual game itself, you've got your normal like combat, then you've got obviously your aerodynamics with your web swinging and that, your wall crawling, and then there's a stealth element in it, which is pretty cool, because some missions you've got to be stealthy. So it's like with the Batman Arkham games where you got your stealth missions and your brawl out ones. Like, it adds the dynamics to the game, and then you've also got your little side missions, like where you can go to Octavius' lab and like there's little puzzles you got to solve. That's a trophy as well, and that helps you get research tokens to help build, like, get more suits and stuff. Overall, like, that was an amazing game. Like, I could not. Normally with a superhero game like that, there's faults. Like, I did remember with the Batman game, there was a few things I didn't like. This game, I was more open-minded, and like I tried to find faults in the game, and me personally, I couldn't find any. It had everything I wanted in a Spider-Man game. It delivered the goods. And now I've fully clocked it, I feel a bit lost now. I'm like, what am I supposed to play now? I will be playing the DLC when it comes out, and I hope they do a second game. The amount of characters in the Spider-Man universe, there's so much room they could do for loads more stuff. So that was just my unboxing of the Spider-Man PS4 Collector's Edition. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Got some awesome swag in there. Being a Spidey fan, loved it. If you did like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And I'm going to have a few more unboxings coming up, so I'm ordered some loot crates, so those will be coming in the future. And I will catch you guys in the next video. First one up was the main reason I wanted to go to overseas this year with me, Sky, Tom Wedding, aka Clark Will. He doesn't do conventions, like, well, he started doing conventions like the last year or so. Yeah, well, how do you pronounce it? I was like, well, that's it. Got to go. Got me Clark again. Got my photo of him. Pretty dope. And quite a lot of them as well. That's the first one I did on Saturday. This was like almost 10. I went to up for it. And then my photo.